In this challenge, we're going to test your knowledge of make and do in business English. I have 20 questions for you. We'll start with some easy ones, but as the challenge goes on, they get harder and harder. Can you get all 20 correct? Make sure to leave me a comment and tell me what score you get. There are some general rules for using make and do. We usually use make when we create or produce something, and do for general activities. But as is often the case in English, there are exceptions. Let's start the challenge and see how you do. Take a look at this example. Should we say make a phone call or do a phone call? I'll give you the answer in a couple of seconds. If you need a moment to think about it, pause the video now. And the correct answer is make a phone call. Excuse me, I have to make a quick phone call. What about this one? Should we say he does a lot of mistakes or he makes a lot of mistakes? What do you think? Pause the video again if you need a moment to think about it. The correct answer is he makes a lot of mistakes. He's a fast learner, but he makes a lot of mistakes. What do we have next? Okay, so should we say I'm doing a Spanish course this year or I'm making a Spanish course this year? The correct answer is I'm doing a Spanish course this year. We have a lot of Spanish speaking clients, so I'm doing a Spanish course this year. Take a look at this one. Do we say I have to make some work at the weekend or I have to do some work at the weekend? What do you think? The correct answer is I have to do some work at the weekend. Unfortunately, I have to do some work at the weekend. Do work. What about this one? Do we say this customer made 3 complaints last month or this customer did 3 complaints last month? The correct answer is this customer made 3 complaints last month. To make a complaint. Take a look at this one. Do we say the product made extremely well or the product did extremely well? What do you think? The correct answer is the product did extremely well. Our new product did extremely well in its first week on the market. To do well. Next up, we have the word job. Do we say I'm making a great job or I'm doing a great job? What do you think? The correct answer is I'm doing a great job. I'm in a really good mood today because the boss told me I'm doing a great job. To do a job. The next word is effort. Take a look at this. Do we say we all did a big effort or we all made a big effort? The correct answer is we all made a big effort to finish the project on schedule. To make an effort. What about suggestion? Do we say make a suggestion or do a suggestion? The correct answer is make a suggestion. Do you mind if I make a suggestion? The next word is task. Take a look at this sentence. Do we say make a task or do a task? The correct answer is do a task. I really didn't enjoy my last job because I had to do a lot of boring tasks. To do a task. What about favor? Do we make favors or do favors? The correct answer is to do a favor. Could you do me a favor? Next up, we have progress. What do you think? Should we say we are making good progress or we are doing good progress? The correct answer is making progress. We are making good progress on the project. To make progress. Now here's one that I often hear people getting wrong. Business. Do we say do business or make business? The correct answer is do business. We do a lot of business in Asia. To do business. And what about research? What do you think? Should we say we are making a lot of research or we are doing a lot of research? The correct answer is we are doing a lot of research. We are doing a lot of research in this area. And here's one that we often use when we're talking about discussions or when we're having discussions. Should we say Jess made some very interesting points or Jess did some very interesting points? The correct answer is Jess made some very interesting points during the meeting. To make a point. The next word is time. In this context, should we say, I really need you to do time for this today, or I really need you to make time for this today? What do you think? The correct answer is to make time. I really need you to make time for this today. To make time. Now there is a different context where we can say to do time, but it means to go to prison and serve time for a crime. For example, he did time in prison for robbery. But let's get back to business English. The next word is paperwork. What do you think? Do we say, I have to do so much paperwork or I have to make so much paperwork? The correct answer is to do paperwork. I have to do so much paperwork in my job, it's really annoying. To do paperwork. Here's another one that I hear a lot of people getting wrong. Overtime. Do we say, I normally do a lot of overtime or I normally make a lot of overtime? The correct answer is do overtime. I normally do a lot of overtime at this time of year. Do overtime. Our next word is loss, which is the opposite of profit. Take a look at this. Should we say the company made a loss of $2 million or the company did a loss of $2 million? The correct answer is the company made a loss of $2 million. To make a loss. Let's see if you can get this one right. We have two words. One of them we already saw earlier in the challenge, so you should remember that one. What do you think? Is it made a profit or did a profit? And is it doing business or making business? The correct answer is the company made a profit in its first year of doing business. Make a profit, do business. So, how did you do on the challenge? Don't forget to leave a comment and tell me what score you got. And if you like this challenge, give the video a thumbs up and try one of these next.